Zombie night? No, that's next Thursday.
Come to the Geek Tank. To the Geek Tank. The Rocky Mountain Geek Tank.
Hi, I'm Troy with Rocky Mountain Geek Tank. I'm here with Michael Welch. You might know him from Z Nation, which is where I know him from, or perhaps Twilight.
Sure.
So we're a show all about bringing together geeks and letting them talk about all their geekdoms, because there's so much stuff out there people don't know about, and then when they're exposed to it, it could easily be the next thing that they latch onto and like, I love this, I'm glad I was introduced to it.
Okay.
So what do you geek out about?
All right. Well, I geek out basically in two different areas. One is sports. I've been playing sports my whole life. I mean, as a child, I was really into it. My dad was always the coach, and I was like point guard on the basketball team every year, and tennis, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to like my teams, and I'm an LA guy, so you know, it's Lakers, Dodgers, and then Chargers, because that's, I mean, if you're into football, you got to pick somebody in LA, and well, hopefully they'll be coming up soon anyway. But so yeah, man, I don't know. I really appreciate what those guys do, because it really is like just the smallest sliver of humanity that is even genetically capable of getting to those places. Right. And then on top of that, the nuance of the game, whatever game you're talking about, the intelligence that goes into it, the schemes, the designs, and then ultimately the determination of just one athlete trying to impose his will over another athlete. Because I feel like at a certain point, you know, physical skills are going to be, it's kind of going to level off, and then it becomes about other things. You know what I mean? I always bring up that point about like somebody like Kobe Bryant, for instance. Like physically, I don't know that he ever necessarily had an advantage over somebody like Tracy McGrady or Vince Carter. You know what I mean? But somehow he is like, he's up here, while those guys are still great. But you know what I'm saying? So
there's so many layers to it.
There's so many layers to it, and I've learned. For instance, I mean, I've been really getting into baseball recently, and I've learned so much about the nuance of the game. And like, you know, most people would watch, and you'd see somebody foul off 15 times in a row, and I'm sitting here going, oh, good, he's getting up his pitch count. Like there's literally something new to analyze at every play, right? So I love it. I feel like sports is where the Neanderthal in me and the geek in me can kind of come together. Exactly, yeah, because there is all that strategy, but there's still kind of that visceral, like, you know what I mean? And then the other, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, out of all sports, which is your favorite?
My favorite sport, I think football is the best sport. I mean, just objectively. There is more of a chess match that happens in the game of football than any other game. I mean, you listen to you know, you watch some of these guys break down film, you watch a quarterback describe, so tell me what happened on this play. The guy can go off for 10 minutes explaining every aspect of the play, and then you watch the play and he goes, hey, and throws the ball, and you go, that didn't seem to be like there was all that much to analyze there, but there is. It's just unbelievable. The mental like strength that it takes to withstand that kind of pressure playing.
Everybody
at
needs
that
to
level.
be where they're supposed to be on the field for it to pull off the way that's supposed to.
And I really like professionals. You know what I mean? I like watching people in any aspect of life just, you know, really like just masters at what they do. They do their job and they do it well. And
well, I'm sorry that you had to witness this here.
But like particularly when you're watching an athlete, you know, really doing their job, or a coach coming up with a particular defensive scheme or something. Like, you know, certain teams you watch, you know, in the NBA, man, you can tell which teams are well coached and
which ones aren't.
And which ones aren't, you know. And I could name names, but that's not why we're here. It's like watching art when it's really firing on all cylinders.
When you understand it.
When you understand
right
what's
there.
going on, at least on some level, absolutely. And then my other thing is I'm big into Magic the Gathering.
You hit a spot right
Did
there.
I? Oh, beautiful. I'm not like I'm not someone who keeps up with, you know, got to make sure my decks are always extended approved or what. I can't keep up with it.
Right.
It's too it grows too much. I haven't even gotten into planeswalkers or any of that stuff.
You're preaching to the choir.
Okay, good. So
I'm old school. I
thank
started
you. Me too.
right after Unlimited started to go out,
Right.
and Revised came in, and then I dropped out about 10 years ago. But Commander pulled me back in because now all my old cards can be used again.
Right.
But yeah, Planeswalkers. A friend of mine describes
come on.
Planeswalkers because you're supposed to be a Planeswalker.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, this is like my little 10-year-old nephew that mom said I had to bring with me to the battle.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, I don't even mess with that. So. I just built my my 9th and 10th decks. I built a Spirit and Arcane deck, white and green, which I think needs, it's a little slow, but in multiplayer I think it could do all right. And then I built a green, basically just a pretty straightforward green creature deck. Some echo creatures, just guys, you know, guys you can get out early and then make them bigger quickly.
Right.
Probably when it runs at its best, you could probably get a kill in 5 turns,
Nice.
something like that. I mean, as long as I'm not playing against creature destruction of any kind or flying of any kind. Yeah, that's the thing about green. It's a little narrow. I mean, it works well kind of with other colors,
It's
but
speed.
if you're going straight green creature, yeah, you gotta move pretty quickly if you're gonna be effective.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Sure.
I could talk for another 5 hours on Magic the Gathering.
Dude, I'd love to. Do we not have
we
that
got a
time?
30-second warning like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Well, thanks. I've been here with Michael Welch, and
Hi.
I've been Troy. Thanks for joining us.
Fun geeking out with you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Ground control to Major Tom. The ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10, ground control 9 to Major Tom. 8, 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2, check ignition, and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You really made the grade. And your papers want to know who should you are. Now it's time to leave this capsule